Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BETDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I am your host, Tom Downey, here with all the latest Cowboys news and rumors. We'll get to the rumors later, but first, some news updates here on the practice squad. Now, a change has been made, not by the Cowboys' choice. Tyree Robinson, who was on the practice squad after being an undrafted rookie from Oregon, has been poached by the San Francisco 49ers. Now remember, Robinson made the Cowboys roster to start the season, was later cut and then added to the practice squad. It makes sense that the Niners wanted because Robinson a good fit for the Richard-style scheme. The Niners run a very similar one. Now the Cowboys have found their replacement. It is an offensive lineman formerly out of Iowa State, Oni Omoile. Tough name there, but that's how you pronounce it, out of Iowa State. Spent some time with the Raiders. That's where he initially signed because he actually is the cousin of Kelechi Assembly, the Raiders offensive lineman. Has bounced around with the Jags, the Bengals, and Steelers, but that's your new addition on the practice squad. Maybe just some added depth given the injuries up front to guys like Zach Martin. All right, folks, if you have already not subscribed, go do it. Cowboys Report YouTube channel at youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. We've got some great content up there for you guys, like our fan rumors and our mailbag, which will almost exclusively their questions from those who subscribe. So again, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report if you haven't already subscribed to it. We'll take you now to the latest Cowboys rumors. First up is David Irving going to play this week against the Colts. I'm going to give it 1 star. Did not practice Wednesday, did not practice today on Thursday either. Still has that high ankle sprain, normally a 4 to 6 week injury, and we're still in that time frame, although we are approaching the end of it. He didn't practice Wednesday, was in with the strength and conditioning staff. And remember, he was also away from the team while he was injured. So with no David Irving, I project here's your Cowboys defensive line depth chart. The good news is Antoine Woods, Malik Collins, Tyrone Crawford, they're all playing very, very well right now. Now, as it relates to David Irving, who will be a free agent after this year, is this his last year with the Cowboys? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I think it's a 1. I don't see David Irving coming back next year for the Cowboys. I think in reality, as talented as David Irving is, it's always something with him. There's always an injury. There's always an off-the-field concern. I think the Cowboys are pretty close to being at their wits' end if they aren't already there. But for the rest of the year, keep him on the roster. Maybe he comes back for a nice little playoff boost. Now, are the Cowboys the NFC's best team right now? That is our next rumor. And again, I'm only going to give it the 1 star. They are the hottest team in the NFL right now. And yes, they've proven that they can beat any team in the NFL this season. But to call them the NFL's best team, like Kyle Brent of NFL.com said, or NFC's best team, still feels a little bit premature. And I think the Super Bowl odds are a good indication of that as well. The Saints and the Rams are still ahead. The Bears are still ahead. And the Cowboys there, 4th best. That makes sense that they're going to be your 4th seed in the NFC. So I get the buzz about the Cowboys. I understand. I'm not calling it fake news. The Cowboys can definitely make a Super Bowl run, but I have a tough time seeing them being truly the NFC's best team right now. Now, can they be the NFC's best team each game they play the rest of the way? Sure. Why not? And if you feel good about those Cowboys Super Bowl odds, you can bet on them on BetDSI. And I am playing Santa Tom for you guys this holiday season. Do you want a Cowboys jersey or some Cowboys shoes? We'll show a little bit later on in the show. All you got to do is get started with our partner, BetDSI. Sign up deposit, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Cowboys120 gets you a 120% deposit bonus. So you put down $50. BetDSI is going to give you $60 for free, and we'll hook you guys up with a Cowboys jersey. We've got Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, and Jalen Smith while supplies last. While we have plenty in supply right now, they will go quickly. Already so people who've already signed up with us here to get this Cowboys jersey for the holiday season. So again, chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys120, then DM us on Twitter at chatsports, and we'll get you guys hooked up with that Cowboys jersey. All right, next up, are the Cowboys targeting a tight end in the 2019 draft? I'm giving this one 3 stars. It does seem very likely, and that's mostly what Todd Archer said in one of his recent articles. Again, no first-round pick, and the Cowboys have been exceedingly vocal about their desire to add some more tight end help. Now, the good news is for the Cowboys, despite no first-round pick, it is a great tight end draft class this year. My dream pick would be Irv Smith from Alabama, knowing that you're not going to get Noah Fant, so I took him off this list. TJ Hawkinson, also a great fit for the Cowboys. Caleb Wilson, Albert O, don't even try the last name, just call him Albert O, and Dawson Knox, a bit more of your dynamic move tight ends. But if Hawkinson and or Smith are on the board for the Cowboys in round 2, sign me up, although I have a tough time seeing Smith falling quite that far. Now, what position should the Cowboys target the most in the NFL draft? Is tight end your top target? Maybe it's safety. Maybe you want some interior D-line or offensive line help. Let me know in the comments section. All right, next up, could Allen Hurns be inactive this week for the Cowboys? Floated by Mike Fisher. I think it actually makes some sense. I'll give it 2 stars. Now, if you need room for Tavon Austin on game day, you're going to have a different receiver inactive. That just makes sense from a numbers perspective. Noah Brown has his role. You're not going to make him inactive. If Tavon Austin plays again, you need that extra spot. Lance Lenore helps on special teams. That's important for the Cowboys. Amari Cooper, Gallup, Cole, you're not going to make those guys inactive. So I think it comes down to Allen Hurns or Lance Lenore. And maybe you say, you know what? Let's just give Tavon Austin, or let's give Allen Hurns a snap to Tavon, some more to Noah Brown. And maybe you do make Allen Hurns inactive, given that he hasn't made much of an impact this season. I'll keep it at 2 stars, but I do think it makes some sense. All right, next up, could Dak Prescott be the better quarterback compared to Andrew Luck? It's coming from Skip Bayless, who I hate bringing him up here, but I had to do it here because this is just so silly. It's fake news, and this is not a dig against Dak Prescott. It's not. Even though you want to cite leadership, toughness, and big playmaking, which I kind of feel like Amari Cooper gets the big playmaking. But anyway, I digress. Andrew Luck is the better quarterback. And let me just ask you this. You are the Cowboys front office. You are offered a trade right now, straight up. Dak Prescott, Andrew Luck. Don't worry about the money. We're all picking Andrew Luck, right? There's your answer. Now, yeah, the completion percentage has actually been a big boost of late for Dak Prescott. The yards per attempt has gone up thanks to some of those home run plays, in part because of Amari Cooper. But I think Andrew Luck would like to be on the Cowboys team right now. I think that'd be a little bit better fit for him. Overall, you take the quarterbacks away, the Cowboys are a better team than the Colts. I think we're all in agreement on that. Give me Andrew Luck instead. Yeah, more interceptions, more passes overall, more touchdowns. I'd rather have Andrew Luck. And if you disagree, feel free. That's okay. This is a free country after all. But type L for Luck and type D for Dak. If you guys don't know what to get that guy in your life this holiday season, it's a Miz and the Main shirt. Comfortable.af is the site, and trust me, folks, you guys aren't going to find a more comfortable dress shirt than a Mizzen and Main shirt. It's the best damn dress shirt out there. All right, next up, if you didn't like my negative stuff there, I guess, towards Dak Prescott, I think you'll like this one. Can Dak not win a Super Bowl? This one is also fake news, fan-sided once again, giving me just outlandish topics there. The argument was the game versus the Eagles proves that Dak can't win Super Bowl, that he can't win one. Really? He won the game, right? Now look, Dak needs to be better, but he balled out in the fourth quarter. And since the Amari Cooper trade, he's been a much better quarterback. Now the fumbles are a big issue. The turnovers are also a big issue. Still, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. That means that Dak Prescott can also win a Super Bowl, especially with a great defense right now, if the offensive line can get back on track amid injuries, and you have a good receiver there in Amari Cooper. Look, Dak Prescott can absolutely win a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm not saying it's the most likely outcome, but I'm saying that, yes, he can. The idea that Dak can't do it when other mediocre quarterbacks have, and frankly, Dak is right now an average NFL quarterback, means he can't. So if you think so that he can, type Y for yes, type N for no. I think it's pretty obvious, folks. Dak Prescott, even though he's not the best quarterback in the NFL, you can win a Super Bowl with Dak. Dak might not go out and ball out and win a Super Bowl for the Cowboys, but you can win one with Dak Prescott as your quarterback. All right, folks, that does it for today's Cowboys Report. Stay tuned for tomorrow for our next edition.